to the stream. Alright, happy Saturday, everyone. Well, it's been a long journey, but we're finally here. Today, I am streaming the finale of Undefeated. And I gotta be honest, I'm just kind of feeling the pressure right now. But I think I can do this. I've been feeling pretty good about the voice acting I've been doing for Undefeated, and I'm super excited to watch, read, and voice the conclusion along with all of you. I made sure my audio is sounding good. I made sure that it was okay for me to stream today. So, yeah, here we are. So, let me give you a recap of what happened in the last stream. And I should warn you, for anyone who is still in the middle of reading Undefeated and are not at the point where I am, well, this is your spoiler warning. So, first of all, Redline and Cole had a fight in the Fang Arena, and now Redline is critically injured and undergoing surgery. And right after that, Bruce opened up to Zander about his past, how he truly feels, and how much he wants to set things right. Yeah, last stream was a roller coaster of emotions. Yeah, all the emotion I put into the voice acting, the tears, the anger, it was real. Now, when I first read that part, I was committed to seeing how it ended, and I ended up staying up until like 1 in the morning reading through the rest of Undefeated, which wasn't bad. I loved it. And I'm excited to read through all of that again. Alright. With all that said, let's begin the finale of Undefeated. I didn't see much of Bruce this week. He was in and out of sessions with Trayden. Part of me was hoping to see him a little bit more. It would have been nice to have someone to talk with. Lunchtimes feel so dead without Redline. Maybe dead isn't the word I want to be using right now. Things lack color, excitement. Conversations dry up quicker than normal. Not that I'm opposed to having short talks, but it's clear that Bruce is struggling. We both are. His friends didn't try bothering me at all. I could see them looking at me every so often in the cafeteria, but at least they left me alone. It was bad enough when I had the room to myself. At least then I could still see him. I tried sneaking past the guards in the med bay, but the door to Red's room was locked. He just needs some rest. We all could use some rest, but he needs it. Now that I think about it, I almost forgot to put my pillow behind my back. Hold on. There we go. I wonder if it's selfish of me to even try and see him right now. My need to see him shouldn't take priority over his need for bed rest. Not to mention all the emotional turmoil he went through right before his fight. But on top of that, maybe he needs someone to talk with. I mean, he has Drayden. I'm overthinking this. It doesn't matter if I'm being selfish or not. I miss my friend. He needs to rest. I can deal with it until he's ready. I have my own work to focus on anyways. Bucky and I have been having private sessions. He's managed to get our classmates to work with other coaches, citing a safety risk after they jumped me and Red. Gotta admit, it's heavenly being able to work one-on-one with a coach, especially one like Bucky. He spends so much of his time in our class, making sure everyone else is in line. I feel like I've grown a ton in this past week alone. I feel faster, stronger, more focused, which is surprising, given everything that's happened. Maybe it's because I know there's an end in sight now. My phone starts buzzing on my desk. This is why I always keep it on my bed. The sound it makes when someone calls always freaks me out. I flip the phone over, and it's Dad. I guess the whole texting thing didn't pan out. I have to take this. My hands are shaking. I didn't want to do this alone, but I think I have to. Breathe in and breathe out. Hello? Hi. Oh. Hey, Alex. I taste copper in the back of my throat. Sorry I haven't picked up. Oh, that's okay. You're probably too busy for us anyway. Not really sure what to say to that. So, how's life? Is this what he wanted to call about for the last few months? Busy. Busy, 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 you know? I'm sure. You know your mother got a new job a few months ago. That's kept her pretty busy too. So, what's she doing now? Ah, something in the school system. Hard to remember all the jobs and all that. Okay. Yep. What you up to? Good lord. What do you want, Dad? Just calling to say hi. You've been calling for months. Well, you didn't pick up, so I had to keep trying. Dad, you haven't talked to me since high school. You obviously want to say more than just hi, so just to say hi. And I wanted to apologize. My stomach drops. Okay. So, yeah, just wanted to let you know that. Your mother and I love you very much. Okay. I'd still like the apology. I know, and we'll make sure that we have that talk down the line. Your mother just wanted me to call and let you know that we forgive you, and we love you. Forgive me? Okay? You alright? Yeah, I'm just not sure what I did that needs forgiveness. I mean, think of it like, I don't know, an olive branch or whatever. We both said some things we didn't mean, and now it's time for us to grow up and make up. Dad, you kicked me out. No, all we said is that you had to find somewhere else to live while you got everything figured out. That's not what happened. Well, that's how I remember it. Okay, great. Thanks. You sound upset. Everything alright, Alex? My ears twitch. No, I'm fine. Okay. I, saw you on the TV the other day. You still watch the fights? Yep. I didn't know you stuck with the whole MMA thing. Guess I did something right there, huh? Train up a child in the way he should go and all that. Uh-huh. I'm just saying, you know, it might have been a good thing you got into MMA. Look at where I got you. Where it got me? Well, yeah, you and Fang, buddy. That's huge. I guess. It's kinda hard to feel accomplished when all I'm doing is fighting Bruce. Yeah, I was kinda confused about that whole thing. Is this part of your gay stuff? My stuff? Challenging Bruce all the time. He thinks this is all some kind of sex thing. Good fucking lord. Gotta remember my contract. Sure, why not? What's wrong? No, nothing. I don't know. You know, you get that from your mother. You both do that thing where you pretend nothing's wrong. You can tell me anything, Alex. Something snaps. Dad, you disowned me. You kicked your son out of the house because you snuck through his phone and found out he was gay. I was 16, Dad. I was a child. Well, when I was 16... No, Dad, just shut the fuck up for a second. He actually goes quiet. I get a chance to breathe. You kicked me out. I was just trying to figure myself out. I just needed some love and acceptance and understanding, and you threw me away. I had to fend for myself, Dad. Everything I had was gone. And now, almost 10 years later, you want to come back with an apology? I'm sorry, Dad, but that's not gonna cut it. Well, that's a bummer. What do you want me to say, Alex? My name is Zander now. What? You keep calling me Alex. That's not my name anymore. Well, your mother and I named you Alexander. Maybe Zander can be some kind of cool nickname you can have with friends. A weak chuckle sputters out in response. Well, what is it? What's with all the attitude? I already said we were sorry, but we're not going to call you something you're not. You're not sorry. You just want to stop feeling guilty. I mean, of course we feel guilty, son. We missed out on your graduation. Heck, we didn't hear anything about you until I caught one of your fights. I didn't graduate. Oh. Sorry. That's really not what he needs to be apologizing for. I appreciate you calling. Trying to sound like I'm not speaking through gritted teeth. But I'm happy with who I am. And I think I'm happier without you, Dad. I feel lightheaded saying that. There's a few seconds of silence, then he speaks again. Well, I am very sorry to hear that coming from you, Alex. Dad, I was so scared for so long. I still am, honestly. I used to think that getting away from both of you would fix everything. Would fix me. But I couldn't even pick up a phone call from you without feeling sick. Doing the third, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. You and Mom fucked me up, Dad, and I had to live with that. So an apology right now just feels like too little too late. I can admit that when all that happened, your mother and I acted rashly. It was irresponsible, and I'm sorry. We were afraid for you. This world isn't good to people like you, Alex. I guess we'd hoped it was just something you could grow out of. We were scared. You were scared. How do you think I felt? I'm sorry that you felt nervous for me, but that doesn't justify what you did. I worked so hard trying to be a good son for you. I had to hide who I was because I wanted everything in our family to be alright. But it never was. At least now I have the confidence to know that it was never my fault. He doesn't say anything. What did you hope to accomplish with this call, Dad? I guess just to say that we're proud of you. And that we miss you, Alex. We want you back in our lives. There's no helping this. I miss you too, Dad. But even from this phone call, I know that you don't respect me as much as you want in return. Your apology can't undo all the damage you've done. So, thanks for calling, and I'm sorry I wasn't able to be the son that you wanted me to be. But I'm who I want to be, and that feels better than being accepted by you. He's cried for a few seconds. I hear him sniffle. Okay. Okay? We'll keep praying for you, and I'll keep watching your fights. Do you know when the next one is? It's tomorrow. Are you sure? I didn't see any ads for that. That's weird. I definitely have one. Oh. Alright. Well, I'll keep praying for you. We love you, Alex. No. I don't know what to say. I pressed the end call button. I would never apologize, even to my parents, after they do the shit that Zander's parents did. Just because we're family doesn't mean that they deserve forgiveness. This room feels more empty than ever. Tears would probably be falling at this point. Maybe I'm too tired for it. I guess I saw this coming. I've cried enough over them. It's hard to feel his support when he could barely admit to his fault. He didn't even try to use my name. The weight of my chest has been lifted, but replaced by something else. Something different. It's not heavy, but it's empty. As empty as this room. I think I need someone to talk to. Bucky and Drayden are probably busy, and Redline's unavailable. Maybe Bruce will pick up? I guess it's weird to call him up when I could just go find him. I ring his number. Zan? Hey. You okay? I can swing by your room if you... No, I'm fine. I just kinda need to clear my head. Sure. What's up? My dad just called. Oh shit. You threw him out? Kinda. Nice. This might have been a bad idea. Why would I talk to Bruce about my dad knowing what his deal with his parents is? You need to talk? I don't really know how to ask this, so maybe I should just drop it. Well, now I gotta know. I won't bite, Zander. Do you ever miss your dad? There's a few seconds of silence. What a fucking question, dude. Sorry, I know it's... Easy, Zan. I'm just pulling your tail. But, that's a tough one. I guess, yeah, kinda. Feels like I missed out on a lot of experiences even after I left the house. For a while, it kinda stung seeing families get along. Even back when I worked underground, some of those guys had parents and siblings, wives and kids. Made me feel like I did something wrong. Well, I fucking killed my dad, so that probably didn't help. Maybe just a little. Crazy how that works out. But sure, I guess I miss having that kind of connection. Family's supposed to be a constant thing in your life, right? Love and support and all that. And when you lose that, something's gonna feel off. Even if they were a piece of shit. So, to answer your question, I guess I miss what I wanted him to be. Dad was a piece of work, but I always held out hope that he'd change. Maybe we could have had a real family. I don't know. I'm not gonna hit you with some jaded bullshit about how you should have cut them off sooner, or whatever. Because this shit hurts, man. But it hurts less after a while. So try to hang in there, alright? I guess my breathing got a little heavier as we talked. Hearing him talk so casually brings a different level of comfort than Drayden or Bucky gives me. Not better or worse, just different. It's relieving, in a way. He doesn't judge me for asking a heavy question like that, and he's not pretending to make things any nicer for me. Are you still there, Zan? Yeah, I'm still here. You okay? will be. Well, even if you aren't okay, I'm here for you. Bucky, Drayden, Red, you got a new family now. Even if it's not the same, we'll do what we can to help. Thanks, Bruce. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, Zen. Man, I love that dinosaur with a heart of gold so much. I hang up and lay back on my bed. Hearing someone's voice was nice. Definitely put my heart at ease a bit. But something's missing. Feels like I have unfinished business. I guess now is as good a time as any for me to get this off my chest. I pull my phone up and open Red in my messaging app. His profile picture is some meme reference I don't get, but edited to look like him. I really wonder what meme Redline referenced. Cute. Hey, Red. I miss you. You can't respond right now, I know, but when you wake up, I want to hang out. I joined Fang only a few months ago. It feels like it's been years at this point. And in all that time, I never once tried to tell you how much I appreciate you. From day one, you were there for me. You stood up for me in front of Bruce and Cole, and you barely even knew me. You tried introducing me to your friends and getting me involved in all your stuff. You probably knew how scared I was. I'm sorry that I never took you up on any of your offers. I would give anything to go swimming, or play games, or whatever with you right now. I just got finished talking with my dad, and I guess I'm feeling kind of lonely. It's not any easier over text. Maybe I've been lonely for a while now, but that didn't seem to stop you from trying. You spent so much time on me, loving and caring for me in your own way. I wish I had the balls to actually say it to your face. But I'm a coward, Red. I've been scared this whole time. Scared of Bruce, scared of my family, scared of myself, scared of you. Scared of what would happen if someone like you got too close to me. I was an asshole, and I guess I was hoping that you'd leave me alone so you wouldn't have to deal with me. But I don't want to be alone anymore. My hands are shaking too much. I can barely type this out. I want to tell him that I love him, but I know Bruce has feelings for Red too. I would feel weird approaching him knowing how Bruce feels. Bruce has known him for longer, so he should have the priority. No, that's a weird way of putting it. At the very least, he should be able to have that talk with Red on his own. Maybe we could both have him. All three of us. Something stirs inside my chest. I feel like I would really like that. It's a pipe dream, though. I don't want to get my hopes up. If Redline even pulls through, I don't know how to even approach that. Chat? Are we gonna have a poly? That'd be pretty cool if we did. But I won't give up on the idea. Maybe there can be a way for us to be happy. So, I guess we can talk about this when you wake up. Get some good sleep. I can't wait to see you again. I fire off the text and lay back, heart beating out of my chest. He's going to be fine. He has to be. Breathe in. Breathe out. My heart feels a little less empty. I know I told you this the other day, but you don't have to do this. I know. We don't have to do anything until we get an answer from the Commissioner. He said he'd be back tonight, right? Then he'll be watching my fight. That is true, I guess. Bucky sighs as he walks down the hall of the elevator. Are you sure you're up for this? We've got it covered. Well, you've been training hard, so I trust you. Just make sure you leave in one piece, okay? What about Bruce? He can leave in 3 or 4 pieces. That's up to you. Bucky chuckles and pats my back. I'll see you in a bit then. You're gonna do great. Yes, sir. And when I come back, I'll have that belt on my shoulder. There's the deal I was looking for. Be safe. The door closes, and I begin my descent for the final time. Okay, I know what we can do. Bruce wipes his eyes and sighs. I'll concede. Are you sure? There's not much else we can do. I'm not going to hurt you anymore. And if I refuse to do this little song and dance now, you'll know I won't take any fight outside my weight class. I'll go back to fighting other men. You'll become the champion. And then you can retire. The belt's gonna default, and if it doesn't go to me, it will be hard to win it again. What if you get fired? That won't happen. I'm a draw. The fans love me, and not even Fang is stupid enough to get rid of me. It feels like a big risk. Safer than us fighting for real. So this is it. Bruce is ending his undefeated streak tonight. He said he wanted to make an announcement when the fight starts, but I don't know what that's going to look like. Guess it makes sense. It'd be weird to lose your win streak without having anything to say about it. There's guilt at the pit of my stomach clawing its way up into my chest. Is this worth it? Risking all he has just to keep me safe? If it'll even work in the first place. Bruce can quit, and I become champion, but will they count this as an actual win? I suppose it must. If Bruce forfeits, then the other fighter wins. But what if they fire him? How can he keep other people safe? Wait, what's going to stop them from just doing this over again with someone else? Shit, we didn't think this through at all. We had all week, and I'm just now realizing how full of holes this plan is. Breathe, Zander. Breathe. This is the best option we have. And if this doesn't work, we'll find something else. Tap out. Regroup. Get a new plan. The elevator stops, and the attendant nods as I step out. I bathe in the light as it shines down onto me. I'll miss this warmth. Maybe in different circumstances, I could have made it big, but now I'm just glad to make it out alive. Something feels off. I don't know what it is, but the air feels different. Stale. We were just here 2 weeks ago, but there's dust in the air. People usually keep these rings pretty clean. My attention is pulled back. Bruce's door is open, and the beast steps out. He looks tired. Me too, Bruce. But he smiles anyway. You ready? He grunts the words low. I take a shaky breath and nod. Yeah, I'm ready. The bell rings as we meet in the center, gloves raised to tap. His hands are gentle, rubbing against mine before he takes a step back. I've got something I need to say. His guard lowers, and he turns his head to wherever the cameras are probably located. God, this is really happening. My stomach is turning over. The past few months, Alex and I have been fighting for the belt. That ends tonight. My ears twitch. I've been pretty damn proud of holding on to this title for as long as I have, and now I'm probably pissing off a good chunk of my fans right now. But I can't keep this up anymore. Zander here, he's been working his ass off day in and day out just to keep up with me. I could have taken his head off, but that hasn't stopped him from showing up every time to get the job done. And I don't know about any of you watching at home, but I can't think of anyone, even in my own weight class, that would willingly ask to take me on more than once. Bruce steps backwards, standing outside the circle. I can feel the timer counting down. 10 seconds outside the ring and he loses. So I forfeit. It's been a good run, but if this goes on any longer, I'm gonna wind up hurting someone. He looks at me, and that icy stare melts, revealing warmth underneath. Someone very important to me. Bruce turns back to look at some camera. Bruce. Something still feels off, almost like the floor is shaking. I want all of you at home to give a big, warm welcome to Zander, your new champ. The elevator door opens behind Bruce open, and 2 guards step out. He turns around, barely catching a glimpse as they move. They're big, The rhino and elephant that took me to the commissioner's office a few months ago. Black, heavy-looking batons rest in their hands. One of them grabs at Bruce's arm. What the fuck? Hey! Bruce pulls his arm away, but the rhino gets a hold of it again. He eats a backhand to the cheek, which only puts a smile on the rhino's face. Get the fuck off of me! The elevator pulls out a stun rod, like the one they use on Cole. It lights up and gets jabbed at deep into Bruce's side. Bruce! I lunge forward, but a hand on my shoulder pulls me back. Another guard. He probably came from my elevator. I try to shove him away, but I'm thrown to the ground. Fuck off! I try to scramble forward and hear something like a lighter sparking before... Pain burns through the small of my back, firing through every muscle I have. My scream breaks through the commotion as the guard behind me hits me with his stun rod. The sensation is unlike anything I've ever experienced, anything I could have imagined. I can't even bring myself to fight back, paralyzed as my body twitches and spasms without my control. Zan! Bruce's guard presses his weapon into his back, and the man releases an earth-shattering roar, enough to shake my guard out of the brutality he's enacting. And watches the electricity fly through every ounce of energy left in Bruce's enormous body. He's desperate, clawing and thrusting as they keep the surge pumping into his body. He's scared. Tears are streaming down his face. I'd move to save him if I could, if I had the energy. But my muscles aren't responding, the burn still searing through my veins. All I can do is watch. The guards finally cease, dragging Bruce's gargantuan body towards the elevator. He growls towards me. I can see drool forming at the edge of his mouth, with a bit of blood bubbling out too. He must have bit his tongue. I struggle, inching forward barely. Don't. The guard commands me, his stun rod disabled but pressed firmly into my back. I don't think I can survive another hit from that. By the time they get Bruce's body into the elevator, my guard follows close behind, stepping into the box with them. I get one last look at Bruce's desperate face before the doors close. Bruce! I'm alone. The burning starts to fade, but it's another minute before I regain full control of my body. Bruce is gone. Punished for speaking out, probably. I should have seen this coming. Of course there would be repercussions for trying to fix things. Fucking stupid of us to think we could ever make things better down here. But I get it now. It's not my fault. It's not Bruce's fault. There's only one man that is making any of this happen. The elevator behind me opens its doors. Theodore is standing inside. Hello, Alex? On shaky limbs, I push myself up to my feet. With a wheeze, I wipe the drool from my chin and limp to the elevator. The doors close. Commissioner! He closes his throat and speaks softly. He's on vacation right now. Theodore's ears make for an excellent handle. I stunt him against the wall and draw all my dead eyes to his. Take me to his office, Theodore. I hope he knows just what I'm willing to do to speak with his boss. His little body is quivering. I don't know what to tell you, Alex. It's all right, Theodore. The speaker in the elevator catches both of our attentions. Theo seems just as surprised as I am. Bring Alex to my office. I pull my grip back. It's a little rough. I don't have full control of my muscles just yet. Maybe I'll apologize for that later. The rabbit squeaks nervously and taps a few buttons in the elevator panel. One man can make all of this end. He's the reason this is all happening. Theodore takes me through a series of hallways. I've been down this route before. No guards posted outside his door. Right. They're currently terrorizing Bruce. No. I move past Theodore and throw the doors open. I have such a mix of loathing and pity for Theo. Me too, kind of. Or me. Alexander Mason. You have violated your contract. Effective immediately, you are no longer employed at Fang. The door is shut behind me. I'm alone with the commissioner. He turns around to face me. What are you doing with Bruce? That matter only concerns Fang employees. When my guards return, they will escort you to the exit. I'm not leaving without an answer. You will be dragged by your antlers. He sneers, almost spitting the words from behind his mustache. I've been far too lenient with you. You should have been fired from your little social media outburst long ago. And now Bruce is just letting you win? That won't fly here. What, so I just have to lie down and let Bruce kill me? No! You're supposed to fight! That's the whole point! He pounds his desk. Our audience wants the bloodshed, Alex. They want the brutality. And above all, they want the reality of the struggle. No referee, no rounds, no escape. That's the purpose of the Fang Arena. The men that fight here are part of the elite, the strongest men to grace this earth. And that's why you were brought in, to put that strength on display to the public. To put it on display. So, I had to fight with Bruce, so you could show off? Show off is a bit juvenile. I would refer to it as a reminder of what our men are capable of. You're an ordinary man, Alexander. And if our audience is given a chance to see how the champion is able to destroy ordinary men, they will know that Fang is undeniably the best league in the industry. And not just the audience, shareholders and advertisers too. The more impressive our men are, the more people that will watch, and the more money they want to invest. And the more you make Bruce fight, the more he turns into a monster. Fuck you. So, our fights were always meant to end with me in pieces. So you could show up and rake in more money. But then Bruce threw that plan away. I know what he can do, and he did not follow through in your first fight. So I gave him a second chance, and then a third. Time and time again, he disappointed me, doing nothing but playing with you in the ring. And you decided you needed to punish me too? In hopes of you putting up a fight, yes. If I issued proper discipline, you'd be motivated to hurt Bruce enough for him to stop holding back. But I saw that this was a waste of time. Both you and Bruce were the problem. So you tried again, with Redline and Cole. An attempt at a fresh start, as it were. Bruce was too soft. Cole, on the other hand, seemed all too eager when given the opportunity. His performance needed a kick anyway. One more loss and he would have been cut. So you blackmailed him into the fight. That's a heavy legal term, Alex. No, we didn't have to blackmail Cole. We told him he'd be fighting Redline, and he accepted immediately. Why Redline at all? You had to know he was going to get hurt! The night at the beach, after his last fight, did he not tell you that he wanted to rise to the top of the ranks? You need good viewership for that, Alex. I was only giving him what he wanted. You were listening in on that. I own the facility, Alex. I see and hear whatever I want. How else do you think I knew what you and Bruce were planning? All your sneaking around has caught up with you. So our fights just now, was that some kind of setup? Yes and no. It was your last chance to give me what I asked for. The audience saw it all. They know Bruce forfeited. Do you really think I wouldn't plan ahead? None of that was public, Alex. Recorded, yes, but not put on air. I wouldn't dare let that talk touch my network. I can feel my heart sink. So, all that was for nothing. You've not only wasted my time, you've also ended your career and gotten your friends hurt. And now, you'll be leaving my office in this facility for good. The commissioner turns around to the window, overlooking a Fang Arena. Fortunately for you, Redline will be fighting again. I hear he wants a rematch with Cole. He's going to make Redline fight Cole. Red Belly survived his last fight, and this monster is making him do it again. There's nothing I can do. I'm powerless. Bruce and I tried to fight this, and it ended up with me getting fired and him getting beaten. My heart is pounding out of my chest. Something inside me is trying to burn its way out of my fur. I'll never see Bruce again. Redline might not live to see another fight. I can't do anything. You've taken everything away from me. Talking won't save this. Begging won't save this. Doing my job like you tell me to won't save this. This is all your fault. I clamber over the table, leaping towards the commissioner. I have to stop you. I nearly tackled him into the glass, but he manages to sidestep my attack. My fist swings out to strike something, anything, and meets his surprisingly durable muzzle. In return, his fist strikes my face, and in the daze, he grabs me by the scruff of my neck. The commissioner slams me down, bent over the table with my hands held firmly against my back. Assaulting your boss? You're beyond help, Alex. Fuck you! I hiss the words, head still hurting from the reversal. He leans in close, a growl creeping down my spine. You're the worst kind of employee, you know that? Not only are you incapable of doing your job, but you make everyone around you worse. You're a poison, Alex. A tumor. Because of you, Bruce is out of a job, and Redline. He tightens his grip. It feels like my hands are about to break. He'll be better off without you. Won't let him make me think that any of this is my fault. And now you're taking shots at your boss? You must want a lawsuit on top of your contract fees. Know your place, Alex. At least I can fight! You sit on your ass all day while people like us fight for you! I'm not the one you want to pick fights with, Alex. I'm not stopping until you fix everything! Put Bruce back and apologize to Red! You have no room to be making demands. But if you're so eager to fight, then perhaps I'll give you one more chance to redeem yourself. With one hand on my scuff and the other holding my wrists, he pulls me off the table. I'm shoved forward, stumbling and landing on my ass. He stands over me, arms by his side. He's a lot scarier from this angle, but something in my chest is keeping me from backing down. I'll fight you, Alex. 2 days time. Since Bruce can't do his job, I'll do it for him. I scramble to my feet, backing up to the door. I refuse to look away. And if I win, you follow my demands? If you win, you avoid battery charges for attacking your boss. That's not... The door opens behind me. Judging by the shadows of the lights seeping in, the massive guards are standing there. Change of plans, gentlemen. Alex has one more fight before he parts ways with us for good. See to it that he finds his way to the main floor without issue. Wait! The burly guards are rough, pulling and restricting my limbs as I struggle against their hold. This will go without saying, but everything we've discussed here is covered by your NDA. Breathe a word of the details and the deal is off. I'll see you soon, Alex. Harvey! I scream, still resisting against the two beasts. His office door slams shut, and I'm dragged kicking and screaming out of the hallways. I apologize if my screaming is bad. Whenever I try to scream, my voice always ends up high-pitched. They toss me unceremoniously out the door. I'm back in the main hallway. The door slams shut, and I can hear a lock click. I'm alone. Bucky. I have to find Bucky. I'll explain everything to him. Oh. Zen? Bucky pops his head out of a nearby viewing room. He looks understandably confused. What happened? It didn't... Scenes of my fight sear through my brain. Bruce screaming in agony. The burning spot in the middle of my back. The commissioner's face. I don't know what to say. I don't know what I'm allowed to say. He left it so vague. Anything I say could land me in deep shit. Am I supposed to just stay silent? He put me in a position to lie to my coach, but Bucky knows something's going on. What is he expecting? Why am I the one that has to work around all these insane rules? It feels like nothing he says makes sense. I'm frozen in place in front of Bucky. I already know it's been a bit too long to be natural. It didn't... What? Where's Bruce? I... Staring at the ground, searching for an explanation and coming up dry. How am I supposed to come up with any explanation for what just happened without breaking my contract? Zan. His hand is on my shoulder. I slow my breathing down. It got cancelled. I already know he doesn't believe that for a second. I don't believe that for a second. Word for word. My shoulders raised in an exhausted, half-hearted shrug. Talk to me, Zan. I can't even look at him in the eyes. I don't want to lie to you, but I can't tell you the truth. Bucky sighs. Can you at least tell me what happened? If I say anything, he'll fire Bruce. I'll fuck over my future. And Redline... Bucky wraps his arms around me. It's kind of cold in this hallway. I guess I've been shivering. I only noticed it now that I have someone warm holding me. Bucky's arms hold me tight and calm my breathing. His hands glide up and down my back, and I can finally catch my breath. Until his hands traces over my back, where the guard held his stun rod against me, I flinch against his touch, and I think he felt how wiry my fur is in that spot. The hug breaks. His eyes met mine, a combination of fear, concern, and anger mixed in on his face. Bucky's thumb and forefinger rub together, thinking. His fist clenches tight. He pats my shoulder. Let's take a walk. I can tell he's trying to act casual, but his voice is filled with tension. His breathing is heavy, too. We walk briskly towards the immersion chamber. He's silent the whole way through. I almost feel like I'm in trouble. He takes me to the ocean side. There are a few guys here, but they're off drinking on the patio. Bucky takes a slow, deep breath. We watch the ocean for a few seconds. It's a nice view, isn't it? Yeah. So, what happened? I want to speak up, but I feel like the cameras and microphones could probably reach this far out. Still nothing? I was hoping the waves would cover up any sound in case someone's trying to listen in. Let me see if I can work this out then. Did you have your fight with Bruce? I shake my head, slightly enough that a camera could probably have trouble seeing it from a distance. So something else happened. Do you know where Bruce is? No, and I'm really worried. I shake my head again. He lets out a sigh. And you're back. Does it hurt? Another shake. Well, that's good. Was the old man involved? The commissioner. I nod. Of course he was. He's really got it up for you, huh? I vigorously nod my head. He chuckles. Yeah, makes sense that you probably can't do much talking then. We stare at the waves for a while. I should feel like I've let him down. Something about his presence makes me know I've got nothing to be ashamed of. How are you feeling? Tired. Yeah, I don't blame you. No time to rest. I've got a fight in 2 days. Oh? With who? I can't say. I just looked down. Oh. He pulls his arm around me and pulls me close. Bucky lets out a long, slow sigh, one that sounds more concerned than anything else. That's big. And talking about it will land you in more trouble. I'm getting tired of nodding. You okay? No. I give in. I don't know what I did wrong. It feels like everything's just rigged. Bucky holds me. I let the tears roll down. We try to do the right thing. Nothing's working. I just want my friends to be okay. I just want the man I love to be okay. He just hugs me tighter. This sucks. I'm so tired. I want to be done. I don't want to fight anymore. I know. But if I don't, Bruce is fucked, and I'm fucked, and Redline... I take a deep breath. I don't want to think about what will happen if I don't fight. And then I break. Bucky holds me against his chest as I stain it with my tears. Everything rides on this. My future, Bruce's career, Redline's life. It's too much. So all I can do is cry. Poor Bucky. He probably has no idea what to do with me. His students are suffering, and there's so little he's able to do. I'm sorry. Shh. You're okay. You don't deserve this. What? You're the one that's had to put up with this shit for months. You don't have to worry about me. Sorry. He cradles me against his body as my crying peters out. You remember a few months ago, before your second fight with Bruce? We stood out here and watched the waves for a bit one morning. Right. You were a different person back then, Zander. A lot has changed. I was a dick. I won't say you weren't. But in just a few short months, I watched you get stronger. You opened up, not only to me, but to Drayden, to Red and Bruce. I saw your heart change. I saw how you started caring for your friends, how you went out of your way to make sure they're okay. And even now, you were worried about how I was feeling. You're the one that has a fight coming up. I sniffle. I don't feel like I've earned these compliments. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like much has changed. Change isn't just what happens to you. How you respond to it matters too. I am so proud to have you as my student. I look up to him. He's crying. A smile plastered across his face. No matter what happens, Zander, we'll make it work. We hold each other and let ourselves cry. After a while, we watch the waves in silence. So, 2 days. Just tomorrow. And the night after that is the fight. Sounds like we've got work to do. Yeah, of course. I probably don't even need it. I could win the fight here and now if he tired me. A big grin spreads across his face. There's the attitude we need. No clue who this mystery opponent is, but he's got shit luck having to face you. We laugh for a bit, feeling the tension ease. I'm worried for Bruce and Redline, but there's not much I can do for them right now. Or maybe the best thing I can do is prepare. If everything is riding on this, then I have to give it everything I have. Oh shit, wait. You probably need to see Drayden about the thing on your back. Fuck, you're right. Thankfully, Drayden was only a little bit upset. It was hard dancing around the details of what happened to us, but he seemed understanding enough. I hit some gel to soothe the spot where I got zapped, along with a stern talking to. Getting Drayden mad at me is almost more upsetting than the whole deal with the Commissioner. But he supports me. Not that he has much of a choice at this point, but neither do I. I slept good that night. I had to. I wake up early the next morning. I've got training to do. Yeah, I didn't say this before, but this is one of my favorite songs. We can't take it too hard. I can't risk injuring myself. I have to finish this fight. But we get to work. Running drills, running laps. I slam away at the heavy bag. Reminds me of where I was a few months ago, practicing baby combos on this thing. God, I wasted so much energy being mad at myself, all for something I didn't even do. All about something I couldn't even control. All of this for a man that doesn't care whether I live or die. I'll make him regret ever hiring me. The bag shakes and shudders frantically, and I step back, sweat dripping down my frame. I turn, as if I'll see Redline in his corner, jumping rope at double pace. Not here, but I can feel him cheering me on, pushing me further, helping my flame grow brighter. When you wake up, Brad, I'm gonna have good news for you. But for now... Good. Again. 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 I beat my anger into the bag. My fears. My failures. My rage. There's no point in directing that inward. I don't deserve that. So many people have been working their ass off to help me become a better person. It's my turn to pay them back. There we go. Save some for the fight, Zan. He laughs and claps me on the back. What do you think? You were ready to drop Bruce in your last fight. So whoever this guy is, he's getting carried out on a stretcher. I could hardly sleep the night before my fight, but with everything going on, my body just sort of gave out. Red. Bruce. I'm going to get us out of here. I got no goddamn idea when they plan on getting me out of here. I've been in this shitty little jail cell for probably a day now. Maybe a day and a half. Hardly that much time, but it feels like forever since the fight. At least it gives me a chance to sleep, rest my bones after getting tased. Shame that the bed sucks, but not exactly unexpected. This thing wasn't made for people my size. Then again, not many things are. Creaky and lumpy and smells like old people. This cell is damp, but bone dry at the same time. Not sure how they did it. Cold too. I miss my heat lamps. Doesn't help that they didn't bring me a change of clothes. All I've got are my trunks and gloves from fight night. I sigh and lean back, bumping my horns against the cement wall. This sucks. I should have expected them to figure out what we were planning somehow. They always find out. Maybe I should have just handed in my resignation, or not showed up at all. There's a million things I could have done different. We shouldn't have even gotten to this point. I should have quit on day one. And now I'm here, Zan's alone, and Red's all kinds of fucked. I really fucked everything up. At least I have company down here, though he hasn't shown in a while. Hey! That shithead's gotta be around here somewhere, right? Hello? Hello? You around? Don't want to get too close to the bars. I bumped against them on my first night and shocked myself silly. Didn't expect them to be electrified. Not as bad as the stun sticks, but fuck. Probably not great for me to be getting zapped this much. I don't know if the bars are even still live, but I'd rather not take my chances. I know the panel arming them is right outside my cell. I hear footsteps. I hate that I know it's him just by the way he walks. What's up, big guy? Cool. Jackass. He looks so goddamn pleased with himself, twirling a stun stick in his hand, a pair of key shingles attached to his belt. You got the time? What does it matter? You're not going anywhere. Just curious. You seriously can't tell? The fuck am I supposed to tell time without a clock or a window? He just laughs at that. They really fucked you up, huh? Not nearly as much as I'll do to you. All I can remember is they snuck up on me, tased me, and I woke up here. I definitely thrashed around in the elevator, damn near broke the box, took them all down with me. I think I've got our gator in these scenes somewhere. Got a few glimpses of the hallways as they dragged me along, but it's all hazy. I do know that we're way deeper than I've ever gone. Hence the musty-ass cage. Cold grunts and leans back against the wall, opposite my cell. Yeah, I saw that. These things do some damage, huh? Fuck-ass says that with the shittiest grin on his face, batting the stun baton into his free hand slowly, almost like he's threatening me with it. I try not to look too upset. You want to find out yourself? Give it here. Think I'll pass on that. So, when did you become a cop? Don't know. I think I've had to go to school for that. This is just a temporary thing. Oh, mall cop. Even better. You didn't like that one. Fair. In my defense, he's a piece of shit. I'm getting promoted, dude. Gonna be the new champ. Taking your place. Commissioner said so. Takes me a second to figure out the implications that has. Old man's gonna try to get this shithead to kill Zan too, huh? Well, damn. Sorry to hear it'll be short-lived. What, you think I'm gonna lose? If it's anything like your last few fights, yeah. You saw me win the one last week, right? My heart drops to the pit of my stomach. He flicks the power on the stun baton and waves it around, almost taunting me. It was a slaughter, man. You should have seen it. Yeah? Yeah, dude, it was great. I hear he's coming back for a rematch. I'll fucking kill you. I'll break your shitty little toy and beat you to death with your own 2 fucking arms. And breathe out. Cole will get what's coming to him in time. Focus now. Focus on getting out. Getting Zan and Red safe. But yeah, new champ. He flicks the stun rod off and points at himself. Jackass. I try not to sigh too loud. You know it's bullshit, right? It's not gonna last. Already told you, I'm not gonna lose. No, dumbass. The job itself. Commissioner's doing you a solid right now when you need it, but the second you're not useful, he's gonna turn around and throw you into the wolves. Dude, I am a wolf. Jesus fucking Christ. He's gonna fire you. You're his lapdog right now, and he's gonna keep pushing you to do worse and worse shit. And once you fight back, you're getting fired, or... I gesture to the cell around me. Thrown away. Cole stares blankly, thinking for a second. Wait, Cole stares blankly, thinking for a few seconds. Okay? Okay? He shrugs. I mean, he told me you'd try spouting some bullshit, but I didn't think you'd make it that obvious. Dumbass, I'm trying to help you. Sounds like you were trying to get your old job back. If I wanted my job, I wouldn't have just given it up in the ring. I'm just trying to give you some advice. Even though he sure as hell doesn't deserve it. Cole scoffs. Well, even if you were telling the truth, why the fuck should I care? I got mine. Got a nice promotion, a raise, and I get to beat the fuck out of little freaks like that Yin dude. My body moves on instinct. I'm standing an inch from the bar. Cole prepares, pointing his baton at me and powering it on. There's no helping this deprived fuck. With a huff, I drop back onto the bed. Cole flicks a switch on the baton and it turns off. Whatever, man. Go be his bitch. Don't say I didn't warn you. But once you go down this road, you're gonna start to feel really fucking grimy. And no amount of cleaning is gonna make you feel good again. Cole rolls his eyes. Yeah, I'll worry about that when I'm rolling in money on the top floor. An uncomfortable silence. So what's next? You just gonna sit around and watching me sleep? Fuck no. I'm not scheduled overnight. And what happens tomorrow? Fuck it if I know. Old man said something about attitude adjustment for you, but apparently plans changed right after you got here. Changed? From what to what? He's got a fight. Who? The commissioner? I chuckle to myself. Yeah. Smoke that crept across my face disappears. Fuck. He hasn't fought in years. Didn't even think he could fight at all. But yeah, he says he's got a fight tonight. Tonight? With who? It's the little deer dude that keeps challenging you. My heart drops. What? Yeah, dude. He was pissed. Said something about doing Bruce's job for him. I don't remember. He's going to kill Zander. I couldn't touch the commissioner before. There's no way Zander's surviving this. You've gotta let me out. Again, I rise up, coming face to face with Cole through the bars. No shot. His baton flickers back to life. I'm not trying to fuck with you, man. I gotta stop the commiss. Dude, he's gonna hurt Zander. Fucking good? That's kind of the whole reason you're down here. I slam my fist into the bar without thinking. It stings for a second. Cole! I'm not fucking... Ah! Cole's baton slipped through the bars, jabbing me in the abs. It didn't linger for more than a second, but it felt like taking a cannonball at point blank. My body drops and convulses, teeth gritting as I try to force my muscles under control. You're so fucking pathetic, dude. No wonder the old man's getting rid of you. Can't even put a line right out to save yourself. I'll let you deal with that for a bit. Have fun, dickhead. I lay there, heaving and growling as the pain courses its way through my body. He's fighting tonight, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm fucking useless. What the fuck am I doing? I've made it out of worse situations. I'm the goddamn champion. Undefeated. This is no different from any other fight. I'm gonna find a way out. And we'll put an end to all this. Bruce. So, this mystery fight. Am I allowed to watch it? I never really thought about that. Probably not. Unless you know which arena it's located in. I do not. And there wasn't any sort of official broadcast announcement. Security cameras, maybe? He thinks for a second and smiles. Can't say I know how to get into those, but we'll give it a shot. Appreciate it. Feels like this elevator's taking forever to come up. Bucky puts a hand on my shoulder. Breathe. You're gonna do great. I smile and nod. Thanks. And this time, I'll actually beat him. I'm stronger now. Stronger than I was for every fight before this. It helps that Harvey's much closer to my size than Bruce is, too. Even though Bruce said he lost to him before, the old man's had to have gotten weaker since then. The elevator door opens. I take a breath. Part of me doesn't want to step inside. Once I do, the doors are going to close. And when they close, that'll be it. Do or die time. I don't want to die. And let the breath go. I turn around, wrapping my arms around Bucky. He seems surprised for a second, then hugs me even tighter. Thank you for everything. You're the one that's been putting in work, Zander. Thank you for letting me be your coach. We hug for what feels like a little bit too long, but I don't care. I need this. I step onto the elevator. I get one more look at Bucky. Knock him dead. I'll make you proud. The door closed. Just me and the attendant. Hey, Chad. I need a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just needed to clear my throat is all. Okay. Doing alright? It's just going through a lot. Sounds like you've been busy. I was the elevator guy before your first fight. Oh, right, I remember you. Good to see you're not nervous anymore. Well, maybe not entirely. Well, at least you've calmed down a bit. You were dead serious last time I saw you. It's been a rough few months. The attendant nods and looks down at his tablet. I try not to ask too many questions, but how'd you end up with all this? He gestures to his tablet with the information on it. I can't exactly give any details. Fair enough. You feel good? But I guess I did not clear my throat enough. Excuse me. About the fight? Just, in general. I think so. Even if I lose, I'll figure something out. That's a good attitude to have then. We reach the bottom, and the door opens. As the doors open, the lights are already on. Just, whatever happens, we're rooting for you. We? Maybe the rest of the staff? The look he's giving is anxious? Confident? Hopeful. I nod, and step out with a smile. I'll do everything I can. Good luck. The doors close. I'm alone, basking under the lights. My stomach doesn't hurt, not in the way it did before. I'm ready for you, Harvey. Right on time, his doors open up, and he steps out. I'm not sure what I expected underneath his suit, but he certainly seems more prepared for the fight than I was thinking. He approaches the ring, looking frustrated. Old piece of shit. You don't deserve to be angry. Good to see you've made it. I trust you didn't leak any more details? I know what would have happened if I did. Smarter than you seem. Clearly not wise, though, given that you followed through on the fight. He tilts his head to either side, and many loud pops from his old joints. Whenever you're ready. I'll finish what Bruce couldn't. Don't talk about Bruce like that. He knew what he was doing. Bruce was too scared to fight against you. I'll do it for him. The commissioner steps forward, and after a deep breath, I do too. We raise our fists. His guard is high. Clearly he's got some Muay Thai training. Stand-up fighting could be a problem. I might stand a chance if I can get him on the ground. He's heavier than me, though. I don't know if I want to gamble on that. I'll see if I can outbox him, but if it comes to it, we can always grapple. I extend a glove to tap. Force of habit, I guess. He does too. Hey, Sharkbait, thanks for coming to the stream. Well, you're in time for an epic fight. I extend a glove to tap. Force of habit, I guess. He does too. Bad idea. He gets a hold of my hand and pulls me forward, swinging a hook from my jaw. I manage to duck under it, only for him to step in closer with 2 more jabs to my face. My gloves pull up just in time to eat the shots. If I could just... Bobby lands a kick against my side. I stagger back, hoping to get some distance to breathe. He's fast. I'm starting to doubt he's as old as I was thinking. The kick left a bit of sting against my ribs. I don't think I could take too many of those. Again, my opponent moves in. No time to think. Just act. Harvey's lead leg kicks out low. I step back, letting him miss. That evasion makes my stance wobbly. It'd be unwise to put myself in a bad position, so I rebalance myself with another step back. The edge of the ring is approaching. Harvey is as well, closing in as I move backward. He sends a jab and barely misses, along with another leg kick. As I attempt to block the kick, his elbow breaks through my guard and cuts across my face. My guard immediately tightens around my snout. Fists rain in from every direction. I try to duck, bob, weave, block, anything to get out. I can't bring myself to move back any further, so I move forward. Air shoots through my gritted teeth as his knee pierces my abs. Desperate, I push, hoping to circle out, but with a firm grip, he pulls me down into another knee. I manage to defend, but the force behind it is enough to do plenty of damage to my arms. In the struggle, I get a hold of his knee before he pulls it back down. One pick of the knee is all it takes to make him scared. I've got my head pressed against his chest, and I can feel him tense up immediately. An arm hooks over mine, and in no time at all, he manages to break my takedown attempt, shoving me away. I'll take it. An unsuccessful takedown, but have learned that he really does not want to go to the ground. All I have to do is survive until I can get him there. My cheek tingles. I touch it. It find blood dribbling down through my fur. The elbow must have done some damage. It's not too bad though. I can still fight. Push through the sting. Keep my heart pumping. Once the adrenaline dies down, then I can worry. But not now. Harvey's walking towards me, calm, the same deadly expression on his face. I try to match it, but I don't know if it has the same effect. Probably not. I'm really missing Bruce's teasing right about now. Me too. I pull my guard up, and he does the same. He starts the offensive, firing jabs from my face. With enough distance, there's no problem evading them, but I need to start firing back. His stance is strong, but his midsection is wide open. If I can start chopping away at his body, I'll be in a good place. A straight punch comes from my face, blowing right over my head as I duck. I stand my ground and send a combo to his body, finishing with an uppercut to his chin. The blows to his body land, but my uppercut misses, and before I can react, a knee lands against my body. I fold forward, spitting air out and trying to defend, but the blows keep coming. Punches rain down again, plowing into my guard. Each one stings. Each one stings against my skin, and the force quickly tears through my stamina. I'm getting back to the edge again. Harvey's size and speed make quick work as I total forward, scrambling to find an out. A knee pierces into my body again. I step back, but I know I'm outside the ring. Maybe I can sneak to the side. Oh! Again, the knee plows into me, finding its mark into my solar plexus. I can feel my limbs try to go limp, but not before Harvey gets a hold under my arms. He leaps up, firing a knee aimed for my chin. My gloves blocked away. The sheer force behind it is enough to shake me. Harvey hisses, this time pulling my head down into the strike. I'm not sure how, but the knee slips through my hands, finding its mark against my nose. Feels like something breaks. I lose myself for a moment. My head feels heavy, and I can't seem to get my body to cooperate. It all feels kind of fuzzy. He tries for another knee, I think. My guard holds it at bay, but just barely. Blood sprays off as my gloves slam back into me. I can't let him get another one in. With a clearer mind, I get a hold of his knee before he pulls it back down. Again, he goes to defend it, but I act too fast, turning to the side and throwing the old man to the ground. But with the grip he had on my arms, I don't exactly get the advantage I was hoping for. He pulls me down, but in the heat of the moment, I manage to slip through his arms and fall back onto my ass. He scrambles to mount me, and I stumble back to make space. He was ready for me to take him down, and I don't know if I want to get on top when he has a hold on me. So I opt to get to my feet instead. He rises too, looking more annoyed than he was before. I really need a second to catch my breath. My nose is bleeding bad, clogging my snout, forcing me to breathe with my mouth open. It just gives him an easier target if he swings from my jaw. Doesn't matter. Harvey's moving in. I smear the blood across my arm and sip in some air. He's much more aggressive now. I guess the takedown pissed him off. Blows ran into my face. It's a lot harder to avoid them now. Everything feels heavy, sluggish. I'm blocking more often than dodging, which only makes my body ache more. I managed to send a few good shots back in retaliation, but through the excuse me. Let me try that again. I managed to send a few good shots back in retaliation, but through the pain, he only doubles his output. Everything I give him, he gives back twice as hard. I work his body, he abuses mine. I touch excuse me. I touch his chin. He makes my snout even more soft. I'm starting to see blood pain at the cement beneath us. Can't focus on that. Have to deal with Harvey's relentless assault. One step forward, two steps back. One clean blow, two in return. It's like he's punishing me for fighting back. A running theme, I guess. But the fight goes on. He's starting to sweat, but his expression barely changes, even when I land a good hit. Just gotta keep fighting. Maybe I can beat out a kick and punish him for it, or take him down and finish it. He comes in with more punches, and in a bit of desperation, I clinch up with him. He's hot, panting slowly as our exhausted bodies press against each other. Gotta position my legs properly, otherwise he could trip me and take me down. was hoping he'd need a break as much as I do, but he's clearly doing much better than I am. Can't think like that. I can still win this. With a huff, he shoves me back. Guess my break is over. I start to go in for an attack, but his leg lifts, body turning to aim a kick. I lean back, letting the kick pass a hair's length from my snout. The whiplash makes me flinch, shuddering my eyes for a split second as my body returns to its place. Everything goes fuzzy. Blood sprays as my head cranks to the side, followed shortly by the rest of my body. Zander? Okay, I want to pause for a bit because I want to praise the music. Like, switching from a battle theme to a more dynamic version when we're back to Bruce's point of view, that is brilliant. I love that so much. Anyway, it's been a while. Zan's probably having his fight right about now. And I'm stuck down here, waiting for whatever punishment the old man wants to throw at me. As if getting shocked ain't enough. Bored as hell, nervous as fuck. Guess it'd be asking too much to have a radio or something playing. It did give me plenty of time to think about everything, so I guess they got what they wanted out of me. The rehabilitation works. But I'm kind of over sitting around and thinking about what I've done. I spent too much time feeling sorry for the shitty choices I made. I need to take action. I gotta take responsibility. Zander's fight, Redline's injuries, it all happened because I wouldn't stand up to Harvey. Yes, it is, Jimmy. I agree. So, first step, getting out of this cell. Maybe I should try calling out again. Cole! No response. I need the bathroom. You got a toilet in there. He's still in the other room, judging from how far away he sounds. Shit's busted. Just hold it. Till fucking when? I hear a sigh, followed by heavy footsteps approaching. Here comes the annoying part. I fold my arms over my chest, hiding my hands in my armpits. Just pray he doesn't notice I'm not wearing my gloves. What do you mean it's busted? I mean it's busted. I flushed it earlier and it didn't fill back up. Flush it now. Fuck. I didn't expect him to think about it. Figured he'd just open the door to come in. I turned around and flushed it with my foot. Sure enough, it works fine, and I look like a jackass. Cole just snorts and starts to walk away. Hold up. What? I'm gonna miss the start of your little boyfriend's fight. Fuck. Okay, guess I don't have any time to waste. I want to watch. He raises an eyebrow. You sure that's smart? He's handsome? You do you, Sharkbait. I hate Cole. Anyway, you sure that's smart? The old man's gonna put him in the hospital. Probably worse than I did his little boyfriend. Swallow your pride. Swallow your rage. Focus on what needs to be done now. Anyways, answer's no. See ya. Wait! He sighs and steps closer to the cage, stun baton resting over his shoulder. Dumb fuck probably thinks he looks real cool. Swallow your pride, Bruce. I wanted to apologize. Yeah? What for? I suck in air through gritted teeth. For embarrassing you in the cafeteria. What else? Bastards enjoying this. And just being an asshole? I'm guessing at this point, no fucking clue what he wants out of me now. Yeah, you were a piece of shit, huh? Yep, I sure was. At least with that one, I wasn't lying. I've been a real mess for a while. Glad you can finally admit it. He starts to walk away. I was really hoping it didn't have to come to this. I wanted to get your attention. Cole stops. Ugh. See now? I should have seen that one coming a mile away. I was chill having a friend be gay and all that, just as long as you didn't start coming on to me. So, what was all that posturing you were doing to the ones just like to get me jealous? Swallow your fucking pride and play along. Yep, I just wanted to get your attention. That's fucking hilarious! Oh man, that's great. You only hung around those freaks just to get to me? I mean, I'd never swing that way in a million fucking years, but you had me fooled. I thought you actually liked those little faggots. My hand clenched tight. Fucking swallowing. I told him all about the nasty fucking fantasies I had about you. But after Red told me how small you... Oh boy. Actually, I'll say it. But after Red told me how small your dick was, hard fucking pass. He glances his baton. Keep pushing it. Said mine was way bigger too. You're fucking sick, you know that? I thought you were one of the good ones. Nope, I'm a dirty fucking faggot. I fight better than you, I fuck better than you, and I'll always be better than you. I'm just making shit up at this point, but I can see he's getting angry, so I gotta keep it up. Someone else is here. I can see their shadow along the wall, just barely. I think I can make out the shape. Bucky? Cole hears something and starts to turn towards Bucky to distract him. I'm just saying, it feels pretty fucking good knowing that I'll always be at the top. No matter how many wins you get, you'll never be as good as me. A filthy fucking faggot. He turned back around, death in his eyes. Stun baton already prepared, he jabs through the bars, aiming for my chest. I cast the tip of the baton in my hands. Before Cole came by, I put my gloves on backwards. The padding on the gloves, now covering my palms, provides enough insulation to keep me from getting shocked. What the fuck? Ah! With both of us holding onto the baton, I pull as hard as I can. Ah! Serves you right! Cole slams into the bars, howling out as electricity sears across his body. The wolf convulses and screams, eventually letting the baton drop to the ground. His eyes shoot open, and he looks ready to murder me. Fucking! He can't seem to mutter any more words. Jewel in his lips starts to bubble. Maybe I went a little too overboard. Cole lunges for the baton. Before he can get there, Bucky's behind him, forcing him back into a tight chokehold. Howdy! You're the guy that fought my Red, right? I think I owe you a little something. He maneuvers Cole with no problem at all, smashing the wolf's face into the concrete wall behind them. Blood erupts from his snout, his eyes crossing in a daze. Serves you fucking right, Cole! Bucky rears a fist back, then smears it across Cole's face, creating a brutal crunch I never could have expected from the old man. Cole's nearly limp at this point, alternating between struggling with the woo and reaching for the baton on the ground. Bucky stomps onto the tool, smashing it in two. Hey now, we don't need none of that. Men like us only need our fists, right? Natural order. Survival of the fittest and all that. The way he talks, gritting his teeth like that kind of freaks me out. I've been angry, but this is a whole other level. Cole's getting choked out. Bucky's hold is clearly taking a toll on the concussed wolf. It doesn't take more than a few seconds for Cole to go completely unconscious. Bucky drops him unceremoniously. With a little growl, he shakes out his hand. Should have brought my gloves. That hurt. I'd lend you mine, but the padding on the gloves completely melted away. Might as well just toss them. Why'd you come here? Wouldn't want you to miss Zander's fight, would I? Bucky taps against the lock panel next to my door. After a few seconds, it clicks open. Should have brought a change of clothes for you too. It's cold down here. Well, we won't be here for long. What should we do with, I gestured to Cole, who was starting to stir. Lucky sighs and drags him into the cell. That'll do for now. I'm not done with him, but I imagine Red will have a better idea of where punishment once he's up and running. You know the way out? Belly, I've never been this deep before. How the fuck did you even find me? Ah, that'd be me. The doctor's voice coughs out of a walkie-talkie strapped to Bucky's pants. He holds it up, looking proud. Drayden here snagged a walkie-talkie from one of the guards. I asked for one, for security purposes. Also, and I snagged one off one of the guards. He's been guiding me around the halls. He knows the place that well? I was able to find a map of the holding cells after digging through some files. But, alright, we can walk and listen at the same time. Let's go. We start moving down the hallway, but Drayden speaks up before we can get another step further. Yeah, so, 2 problems. Bucky and I stop in our tracks. Firstly, they've got guards headed your way. Cole wasn't responding to his walkie for a bit, so they're coming down to check on him. Manageable. And the second? Yeah, so Redline's missing. Back to Zander. I hit the ground. I'm supposed to be fighting. What hit me? Fuck, this hurts. I'm on the ground. I'm still bleeding. Out of instinct, I back up, shuffling on my backside as fast as I can. The concrete scraps against my skin. Not a migraine, feels like... What hit me? At least I can breathe now. My nose cleared blood for only a few seconds. As I move, I can make it out the shape of the Commissioner. He kicked me, and then I got hit? My guess is he followed his spinning roundhouse into a tornado kick. I can hear my heartbeat pounding away in my skull. Fuck! Right! The fight! My body moves without thinking, thankfully. Bobby's kick needed time to recover, and we can't follow up. He was probably banking on it putting me out cold. It almost did. I'm surprised. That should have broken it. Feels like it might have. I don't want to give him the satisfaction, though. He approaches, throwing blades straight through me. You think too much. You should have done your thinking before you got down here. What does he mean by that? I look down and realize I'm barely outside the ring. I have to get back in before time runs out. I step forward, but the Commissioner shoots out a teep kick. His split ends fly into my chest, and the force sends me a few steps backwards. I'm Mega Max, thank you for the first time chat. In hindsight, you shouldn't have taken the fight at all. You're not ready. Circling around him doesn't help. He's standing at the edge, tracking my every movement. The exhaustion is weighing down on me already. As soon as I get close enough, he fires a volley of fists from my face. They crash into my guard, and another teep kick ends me onto my ass. He spits out a laugh. But I suppose you should have thought about that before you swung for me. Enraged, exhausted, I charge in, planting a foot inside the circle. His knee fires up like a piston, breaking through any defense and folding my midsection. I pull away, but he holds me in place. Weak. Pathetic. Insubordinate. The knees plow deeper and deeper into my solar plexus. Any oxygen, any energy, any fight I have left is being out through my core. I pray for this to end. Another knee, this time smashing into my snout. I can't react. I have nothing left. Harvey lets a vile snarl escape, brutalizing my face with one more knee. He lets my limp body collapse to the floor. I'm bleeding a lot. This hurts. Everything hurts. I breathe out with a gurgle of blood. He's probably gonna kill me. I don't want to die. Please. I want to see Red one more time. I want to see Bruce again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I was a bad son, Dad. I'm sorry I was a bad friend, Red. I'm sorry I was a bad fighter, Harvey. When the ringing in my ears subsides, I can hear the commissioner mumble something. Hear me? I told you to get up. Get up? He wants to keep this going? Sure, I might as well listen. Maybe he'll let me live. Somehow, through some sheer force of will, my foot plants itself onto the ground. Slowly, I come to standing, face to face with the blurry double vision of the commissioner. I know I'm off balance. I know I can barely breathe right. I know I'm not ready this. I got beat bad. I need to go to the hospital. I have to find a new job. I have to pay off all the contract fees. What a fucking waste. Maybe I should have just quit. You're a disgrace, Alex. I can't look him in the eye. I never should have wasted the time or money on you. I know. I know. Fang will be better off without you. Redline will be too. Don't look at me like that. At least try to look strong for the cameras. Damn strong. Come on now, put your hands up. Make it look like you're worth fighting. I am worth fighting. I deserve to win more than you do. You're quiet. No more outbursts. Maybe you've finally learned your place. Fuck this. My place is above you. I have fought too fucking hard to still end up at square one. Harvey takes a fighting stance, inches away from me. Well, either way. Goodbye, Alex. No! Enough! My overhead crashes into Harvey's snout. He tried throwing a straight, and I slipped under it. I refuse to let you speak to me like this. Harvey's nose breaks, blood loosening from his snout. Let's see if I can't break that jaw too. Time resumes, and the old man is guarding up, but not before I whip a hook into his cheek. Ugh! He's staggering to the side, clearly dazed, or at least a little bit surprised. I waste no time following up, chasing him to wherever he tries to stand. You won't get away from me. You brought this on yourself. His fists shoot out, but some kind of sixth sense is carrying me. I throw around them, pivoting on my feet to punish every opening he gives me. Jab to the chest, hook to the ribs, uppercut to keep his mouth closed. I can't waste any more time feeling sorry for myself. And I will never let anyone treat me like that again! Because I'm going to fight until my dying breath. You... His stance is broken by a well-placed knee to the center of his torso. I know that look on his face. I felt the wind get knocked out of me plenty of times. With desperate pause, he grapples for my knee, probably trying to take me to the ground. If I could just grab a hold of his head. I stomp down, freeing my leg from his grasp. I pull down on his head, leaping up with a knee to meet his snout halfway. I feel bone and cartilage crumple over the force of my knee. Harvey's frame shudders, and his arms go limp. His legs are shaking. The both of us hit the ground, with me tackling him down and mounting his frame. His gloves move up to guard his face, but they're easy obstacles to move. Blows rain down on his face. Everything hurts, but I fight through the pain. Not just because I have to, because I want to. I want to win. I want to live. And if I have to fight to make that happen, I'll fight every fucking day. I'll fight for myself, for Bruce, for Bucky and Trayden, for Redline, for every person slated to be broken in this useless, toxic, endless fucking cycle. And I won't stop fighting until I win. One last hammer fist, and the commissioner's arms go limp. His eyes close. He still breathes, but there's no other movement from him. The fight is over. I won. Dad, I won! I was waiting for a bell or a buzzer or something, or... Fuck. I won. My legs find the strength to lift my body up to a standing position, and I raise my fist, basking in the glory. Oh. What the hell is that sound? I'm not sure. I don't know how to I'm not sure how to process what Drayden said. What do you mean missing? I mean he's not in his bed. The fuck happened to medically induced coma? Those don't last forever. I figured he'd wake up sometime, and I think he'd just up and wander around. I checked the med bay, but no luck. None of the other doctors have seen him either. Any chance security could have seen him? Probably. I requested a search party, but the focus is more on Cole. He's supposed to be watching a deadly, dangerous inmate right now. Bucky growls, rubbing his temple. These guards are fucking useless. Okay, so we'll split up, cover more ground. And if we run into a guard, we'll worry about that when we get to it. I've got a second walkie in here. I can hear where they're headed and try to steer you away. But I won't be able to look for Red if I'm busy here. I stomp over to Cole's office. There's a screen showing Zander's fight. I know that arena. It's the one right outside the commissioner's office. He's getting pieced apart pretty bad. I need to hurry. Let's move. We set the walkie's channel to match Bucky's and Drayden's, and he starts guiding us out of the dungeon. Wait! Voices are echoing from somewhere in the halls. The guards are already down here. Can't get a minute of peace. Following the way Bucky came would be dumb. We'd run into them right away. Gotta sneak past them somehow. But then they'd let Cole go free, and there'd be one more guard hunting us down. Do we want to take our chances with their numbers being bigger? Or do we risk meeting them head on? They probably have stun sticks too. Bucky sighs. Go find Red. I'll meet up soon. Down here, boys! Bucky whistles sharply and starts walking towards the voices. He glances back at me and tilts his head to one side. He wants me to go without him. I saw your body out cold! You guys know anything about that? The voices pick up an aggression. Bucky takes a sharp turn down another hallway and rushes out of sight. Footsteps and yelling echo down. I dart away before they can see me. What's happening? I speak quietly, just in case there are more of them. We got 2 guards on our tail. Bucky led both of them away. What? He'll be fine. But if you don't help me get out of here, then we're all gonna be in trouble. Counting on you, Doc. There's a pause, and Drayden grunts. Right. I'll be fine. I'll make sure to kick his ass for being reckless. Thank you. Not so why Fang needs fucking prison cells this deep underground. Not so I want to know either. It's a maze trying to find my way out. Turn left, take the next 2 right turns, follow through straight, go through this unlocked door. By some miracle, I find the elevator and take it up. No saw Redline got as far down as we were, so there's no point looking there. Drayden is well quiet, only barking out directions. I feel kind of bad for the guy. Bucky's pretty capable though, so I don't think we have anything to worry about. The elevator takes us to the main subset of hallways. That's where we go for fights. I know my way around here. Okay, I should be good from here. Are you sure? Yeah, you go look for Red on the main floor. I'll hunt around down here. Right, I'll keep my walkie on me. Running through the checklist in my head. I got out of jail. Now all we gotta do is find Red, save Zander, recover Bucky, and stand up to the commissioner. Easy. What a fucking headache. Prioritize. Where would I go if I was Redline? The library? And the pool? Nah, little guy's probably got a killer headache. Maybe he'd head back to his room to nap. If he wanted to sleep, he would have stayed in his room. Maybe he'd go try to see Zander. Or watch Zander's fight. Doc, go check the viewing rooms. On it! And I'll check the halls. There's a chance he's trying to get down to the ring to watch Zander's fight. It'd be fucking stupid, but I wouldn't put it past him. He'd better hope I'm wrong. A quick glance down every hallway. I know this place pretty well, but there's a lot of ground to cover. Maybe I should head straight for Harvey's office. There's a chance Redline's watching it from that window he's got there. In there, I full-on sprint to the office. Big, thick, ornated doors, with no guards surrounding it, thankfully. They're busy terrorizing Bucky. Locked. I'll pay for the broken doors later. The screen is shut off, and the window is completely transparent, with a view of the full arena. Zander's looking bad. Real bad. The commissioner's lecturing him, and the look on his face. I've been there before. Sick fuck. I pound the glass, hoping to break it. Maybe that'll stop the fighting. But it's too thick. I need something else. No sign of red in here, though. I'm out of ideas. I need a drink of water real quick, Chad. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. It's a good thing I gave myself a few days to rest my voice. Because doing this after the last stream, I think I would have lost my voice at this point. Anyway, I'm gonna read this line again. No sign of red in here, though. I'm out of ideas. I turn and get one last look at the fight. Both of them are stanced up. Yo, Doc, any news? Nothing in the viewing rooms. Any luck on your end? My heart starts to sink once Zander and Harvey face off. I'm sorry I can't do more for you right now. Nothing. Have you tried the beach? He loves that place. I'll head there next. Can you head up to his room just to cover more ground? Yeah, I'm back out of the office, turning around to leave. I'm on my way. Whoa! Theodore came out of nowhere, gun planted against my abs. My heart drops to the bottom of my chest, arms coming up instinctively. I drop the walkie. Hello? Bruce? I've never had a fucking gun unpointed at me. I don't know what to say, or what to do. Theodore looks nervous. No, more than that. He looks terrified. What are you doing, Ted? His little hands are shaking. His face is scrunched up in pure fear. Is he that scared of me? The commissioner said I have to have you stay in your cell at all costs. So he gave the jumpiest motherfucker in the facility a gun? I speak softly, in case he feels like he needs to pull the trigger. I'm not doing anything wrong. I promise. The barrel zaps deeper against my body. It's trembling. I take a step back into the commissioner's office. I don't care! He gave me a job! I have to do it! I try to slow my breathing. Maybe acting calm will help. You don't have to do this. If you put the gun down, I'll go back to my cell. The metal clatters in his hands. Poor thing's horrified. I slowly reach down to try and point the barrel away from my body. Please? Let's just take a breath. The gun drops out of Theodore's hands. Thank fuck! Oh, thank goodness! I stomp the gun. It breaks in two. Cheap piece of shit. Ted, I think you dropped something! Not a big fan of getting shot at, even if he missed. But at least the bullet left a sizable crack in the glass. And now I've got a mallet to finish the job with. It comes with handles for easy gripping. I smashed the rabbit's face into the glass a few times for good measure. Once he's good and knocked out, I throw him to the side. Just to keep him busy for a few seconds. Hey look, my hands are shaking too, just like Ted's. Funny how getting a gunfighter you will do that. Wow, guy is at a life or death situation and he still laughs it up. Laughs it off. See, Chad, I love Bruce, and that's another reason why. Whew. I grip my hands tight, take a deep breath, and smash my foot into the bullet hole. Okay, kicking glass with bare feet is a bad idea. Note it for next time. Looking out to the arena, I can see Zan and Harvey. The old man is on his back, spread eagle. Holy shit. He actually did it. Bruce? I try to step up to the side, but the broken glass on the ground jabs into my feet. There's nowhere to step. With a push from behind, my unsteady body leans over the edge of the window. I'm falling into the arena. Ah! Back to Zander. Bruce! I stumble over the commissioner towards the dinosaur. That must have been a 10-foot drop. There's shards of glass everywhere. I have to be careful where I step. Looking up at the window, I see a bit of Theodore's head peering out of the edge. We make eye contact before he scampers off. Bruce grunts, his face contorting into a wicked snarl. Jesus, Bruce, are you okay? Yup, just 350 pounds of dropping about 10 foot onto concrete, covered in glass. I take his hand in mine, and with a lot of grunting, we manage to get Bruce back on his feet. Glass shards of various size scatters off his backside, leaving behind a number of cuts in his skin. Shit! He's lifting one foot off the ground. Is it broken? Probably landed on it funny. Well, the elevator's right here. So just lean onto me. Bruce's body weight shifts. He drapes one arm over my shoulders, and we hobble over to the door. He's careful not to put too much weight on me. I guess he can see how banged up I am. He taps a panel hidden on the side of the frame, presumably calling the elevator down. I didn't know that was there. You look like hell. How's Harv? The pain in my nose stings when he says that name. I wipe a bit of blood away from my lips. Oh, you know, same old. I actually don't know where he's been for the last 2 days. Jail. Sucked. Bruce's breathing starts to get heavier. The pain must be taking its toll. Well, we can get you to the med bay and... In an instant, his enormous frame pulls me into a hug. I was so worried. His whole body is shaking. I can barely support his weight. But through all the damage I've taken, I stand tall and let him lean on me. Bruce. The arms behind me get tighter, and his breathing becomes more labored. He's warm. You did it, though. You beat him. I never could, but you did. I'm so proud of you. He pulls back, hands gently tracing my shoulders. Bruce's hunched forward, and every breath moving his whole body. And that doesn't sound good. Bruce. No more fighting. From now on, let me protect you. I'm melting. I love him. Shock penetrates Bruce's face. He gasps a staggered breath before anger returns. He turns, roaring, his claws slicing the air behind him, at the Commissioner. With a second strike, Bruce's frame folds forward, jackknifed over Harvey's arm. The arm pulls out, accompanied by vicious squeals. Bruce's body collapses, blood pooling underneath. My eyes dart from him up to Harvey, and then down to the thick shot of blood-stained glass in Harvey's hand. The Commissioner sighs. I've had enough of your attitude, Bruce. Far more trouble than you're worth. His eyes drag from Bruce's body up to mine. I'm stuck. I don't do well with men that can't follow orders, Alex. Without any warning, he lunges for me. I stagger to the side, narrowly avoiding his blade. I'm running out of options. I have to get Bruce out of here. I have to get out alive. But when the elevator comes, he'll just get in there to finish us off. In my scramble, I nearly trip over Bruce. He lets out a groan. Good. He's still alive. He's alive, Chad! He's alive! Thank God. But we don't know if he got stabbed or just got a serious cut on his back or somewhere. I gave you everything. The words dribble out of his mouth as he tries to speak closer to me. All I ever asked was for you to do what I say. But if you can't follow the simplest of instructions... Harvey's foot stomps against the cut in Bruce's back, forcing a roar from the man. With Bruce heaving muffled sobs, paws closing his abs, Harvey's dead gaze leers up at him. And you'd be better off dead. Again, the blade lunges for me, and I move back. I can't afford to defend against these. Any cut could be the end. He swipes, and I dodge. He stabs, and I sidestep. If I stay close too long, even striking him could give him the opportunity I need. But with his next strike, he stunts forward with his elbow, knocking me off balance. I stumble for a second until his free hand catches me. Another knee to the body. I can barely breathe as is. Still, he keeps hold of the back of my head, plunging the glass saw towards my neck. I catch his wrist. The glass barely stopped from pressing into my skin. His teeth bare into a snarl as our strengths contest each other. Let up even a second and I'll die. I have so little left to give. My arms are shaking, and Harvey weighs so much. I'm sorry. I'm tapped out. I'm sorry, Bruce. I'm sorry, Redline. I'm sorry, Bucky and Drayden. I'm not winning this fight. Dad! Force pressing the tip of the glass against my skin pauses. I can barely take a breath. My eyes and Harvey's head crane to the shattered window overlooking the arena. There, leaning over the edge of the frame, stands Redline. He takes a labored breath. Fuck him up! A glint of glass flickers, and I lean my head back as the sword swipes at me again. Harvey's foot lands in the center of my chest, forcing me backwards onto my ass. Grandpa, stop! You're finally awake. Motherfucker's never going to leave him alone. Harvey turns and walks towards the window. You've had a whole week off, Redline. I think it's about time you got back to work. Red shudders and swallows and shakes his head. I'm quitting. I'm afraid I can't allow that, grandson. Remember who gave you this job. Plenty of skilled fighters would have killed for a spot in Fang. You're not in any position to give that up. Besides, I'd hate to have to send you back home to your father. Fucking monster. Redline can't even look him in the eye. He looks exhausted. Now get back to your room. You have a fight in a week. I charge for him, aiming to tackle from behind. Or else, I'll have to issue disciplinary measures! blade slashes overhead as he turns to face me. I get a grip around his waist, but he manages to shun me away. He's off balance, unfocused. I have to attack now! Blows rain against his body, desperate to do any sort of damage, anything to stop him. The glass retaliates, swiping and stabbing into any space it can find. The sword tears against the back of my forearm, skin splits, blood leaks out. Doesn't matter. Fight until the end. I will not let him hurt anyone anymore. One swipe misses, and I plant a fist against his ribs. His solid frame quakes. An evade stab gets an uppercut to the jaw in return. Again, the blade swings in a high arc, with enough force to carry him to the side a few steps. With his back turned, I lunge, latching my arm around his neck and holding it tight. Harvey sputters and coughs. The glass swipes at me, but I manage to hold it off as it cuts at my palm. Just a few more seconds, and the chokehold will do him in. He stumbles, the grip on the glass loosening as we fall. We drop together. My head rocks against the concrete. Everything goes dark for a second, but when it comes back into focus, I see the commissioner laying on his side. The piece of glass he was using got dropped in the scuffle, and when he fell, he landed on top of it. Harvey lays there, his weapon pierced through his neck. He sputters out a few labored gasps, and stops moving. He's dead. I killed him. The arena is silent, save for my heavy breathing and Bruce's whimpers. Stan! I look up to Redline, who's been peering out over the edge of the window. He's still bandaged up. He looks exhausted. I didn't... Is he? I don't want him to say it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Redline. I didn't mean to. Grandpa! Redline wobbles in place, then goes limp. His body slowly slips over the edge, and he starts to plummet towards the glass-covered concrete below. There's no way he can survive that, not in his state. My body moves on its own. I can't save Bruce. I might not save myself, but I can't let you get hurt. My blood streaks across the floor as I leap to the glassy field below Redline. I can barely reach him in time. My arms catch his frame, his soft, warm body safe against mine. The glass bits on the floor shred into my backside. My body refuses to take in air, stunted by the sheer pain overloading my nerves. My body too shocked to let me scream. Ah! Zander! Short, furious breaths shoot in and out of my mouth. The pain stabbing into my back is too much to bear. No! Please! Zan! It refuses to enter my body. I feel like I'm choking on blood. My face is frozen in a grimace, tears streaking down my cheeks. I can't move. I've been fighting for so long. I gave everything I had. Sorry. Zander! It'll be okay, Red. It's better now. You're safe. Was it worth it? All this pain, this confusion. In just a few short months, you've been transformed so radically. You're a completely different person now. You've changed. Are you happy? With the way things turned out, I mean. I am happy. That's good to hear. Would it be okay if you kept fighting? For just a little bit longer? I know it's unfair to ask, and I know it's a big responsibility. But I think, in the end, you'll be glad you did. And if things ever get this tough again, Just remember everything you've gone through so far. And remember that you survived. Remember that you picked yourself up off the ground. Remember how you got patched up. Remember when your friends were there to make you smile. And if, God forbid, you're ever alone, remember to love yourself. That's what this is all about. Love. The lives we led are so fragile and uncertain. We owe it to each other to love as much as we are able. Love others. Love yourself. I know it can be hard to hear this sort of thing, but I'm proud of you. And I hope you love yourself enough to keep going. Keep growing. Keep listening. Keep caring. Keep loving. It's probably a lot to figure out right now, and don't expect it all to come at once. We're only human, you know? You'll slip up and make mistakes. But in time, I know you'll become a person you can love. It's the least you deserve. Sorry for rambling. I'll see you later, alright? Be good to yourself. I'm such a fucking idiot. I'm so sorry. I should have done everything differently. Wait, hang on. And if I had the chance to do it all over again, I would. No, that doesn't sound right. I'm focusing too much on myself. I'm so sorry. I was selfish. And why is this so hard? I can't seem to break the habit. Just take a breath and move on. Probably shouldn't even be thinking about this. The new CEO wants to discuss my future with the company. Oh, and never mind. I got worried for a second. We're good. It's been a few months since my fight with the Commissioner. Things have been a little wild. Fang shut down operations temporarily while they scrambled to find a new owner. Most of the fighters were pissed, rightfully so. I guess that's mostly my fault for killing the guy in charge. Hopefully it won't happen again. Always a little bit of a walk down to his office, but it helps me get my steps in. Knock knock. It's open! You wanted to see me? Yeah, man, I'm bored as fuck down here. I smile back at him. Sounds like the new job is working out well then. Red's chair creaks as he leans back. Dude, it's only been a few months and there's so much to do already. Sounds like you need a vacation. That's true. I dropped down in one of the double XL beanbags Red has exchanged for the side chairs that normally sits on this side of the desk. So, did you actually need me for something, or were you just bored? I mean, this job is super boring, but I did want to see you. I got the rest of the month off. I'll just swing that by the boss. I hope my dry wit comes across clearly. Ahem. Please, Zander. I call the shots round here. Red's arms crossed behind his head. He leans back in the chair, but hurriedly scrambles to regain balance when the chair almost tips over. How did you even get this job in the first place? You feel overqualified. Well, after the whole, incident. Sorry about that. Psst, it happens all the time. Does it? Grandpa's will had all his shares in the company transferred to his next of kin, which would be my dad. And after everything that happened with me and Cole, my siblings all convinced Dad into transferring the shares to me. So, yeah, he was the majority shareholder, which means that I kind of own the company now. Why do you call yourself the CEO? Just sounds cooler. Does it? I'll be honest with you, nothing about this job is cool. I have to sit in meetings, and look at documents, and talk to other shareholders. Gross. Ever since the incident with Harvey, Fang put a hiatus on all professional fights, essentially shutting down until we could get things under control. Having your boss murdered in the private underground arena isn't a great look, and the audience above ground had a lot of questions. I'm lucky enough to have stayed out of the spotlight for the whole thing. Redline's layers hide my identity pretty well. Though even if I did get a lot of attention, I can always just hide underground until it blows over. I'm trying to convince them to let us change the facility up. More safety protocols, better healthcare and security, maybe some new rules to help the guys all keep, you know, a healthier mindset. It's a headache. Well, don't push yourself too hard. I feel like Drainen would have a conniption if you worked too much and ended up in the med bay. Redline beams a smile at me. How about my third lecture for him this month? We're only 1 week into the month. Going for a new record. He laughs a little, then looks to the side. How is everything? He's silent for a few seconds. Honestly, not great. Redline gets smaller in his chair. Oh, hold on. Okay, I'm good now. My shoulder and leg are taking a while to heal. Even then, I'll be pretty fragile. And the whole one eye thing could be a problem if something happens to the other one that works. To the one that works. I don't know if I'll be able to fight professionally again. It's hard to look him in the eye. Would he want to? After all this? I don't know. Feels like it just lead to more trouble for me. It's hard to hear that coming from him. I know how excited he was to fight. I'm sorry, Red. Yeah, you know, it's whatever. I mean, yeah, it sucks that I can't do things as easy as I could before. His mouth opens to speak, then it closes. A shaky breath exhausts through his nose. It really sucks. I don't like having to take breaks all the time. I don't like feeling like dead weight. I miss training and swimming and fighting. It hurts. I can't stop thinking about how it might never get better, and I'm really scared that it won't, and I'll be like this forever. But I guess it's all a work in progress. Drainen said there's a chance I'll make a full recovery. But, yeah, I'm not doing so hard between that and a new job. I'm sorry, man. Is there anything I can do to help? Well, Hyena gets off his chair, hobbling slowly towards me. The cane he used for support is decked out with stickers. Redline slumps down next to me on the beanbag. I know we said we'd take a trip when I had the time, so I was thinking we could go to my grandpa's beach house. See the real thing. His head presses against the palm of my hand as I run it gently over his ears. Eyes closed, he lets out a breathy whine. So that's where we're going. Red had me pack a bag, but wouldn't tell us where the destination was. My treat, of course. You really don't have to do that. I could pay for my part of the trip. Oh, no, I mean, like, my family gave the house to me, too. And I already bought the tickets, so... Oh, right, that sounds great, but... Would it be weird for you? If you have all those memories there, I mean? I thought about that, but I think I'd love to go again. Redline nestles closer to me, our lips meeting for only a brief second. We can make some new memories. The beanbag shifts and creaks as our bodies meet in a hug. He's so warm, so still. I can't help but hold him like he's some fragile thing. I lay there, taking in the scent of his fur, holding my boyfriend in my arms. Aww. I'm sorry, Red. He lets out a little chuckle. Don't, Zan. I mean it, though. I'm sorry I spent so long treating you like that. Yes, babe, I agree. Just like I did the last dozen times you apologized. It was really cute how you reacted when I read that text back to you. God, that was embarrassing. It needed to be said. Well, I'm just glad you finally opened up to me. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. What, you're opening up? No, needing to apologize. No, me needing to apologize. He laughs and kisses my cheek. Well, if it does, I'm sure it'll be about something much less worse. Like killing my grandpa. Oh yeah, I'm really sorry for that too. It's okay. Sorry he tried to kill you. We both pause and then laugh. I mean, he didn't give you much of a choice. And hearing that he wanted me to fight again, his head shakes. I don't know why he did what he did. I guess all he could focus on was making a profit. I don't know. But I didn't feel any love from him near the end. I'm just glad you were able to get off with self-defense. The legal process for that was painful, but the recordings of our fight and the conversations in his office gave us all the proof we needed. It was an accident. I really didn't mean for all that to happen. Ideally, I wouldn't have had to drag all your bodies into an elevator, but yeah, happens all the time. I remember him crying over me when I finally woke up. Poor Drayden had his hands full. He was too busy tending to you guys that he completely forgot to yell at me for getting out of bed in the first place. Who's yelling at who? Bruce! Bruce pops his head in the room. The door swings open, and he enters duffel bag under his arm. Redline lets out a little chirp and scrambles to get up to his feet. Bruce drops the bag and rushes forward. Easy, big guy. Come here. Gently, he lifts his squirming hyena up into his arms, bridal style. Hey, I can get up on my own. No can do. Doctor's orders. Drayden told you to carry me around. Sir, let's say that. Hey, quit wiggling. We can't wrestle, so this is what you get instead. Bruce beams as he pins the wiggling yin against his body. It's fun to hear Red laugh like that. I'm gonna have to wrap you up in a blanket, make a little 3-yin burrito. Where are you gonna find the other yins? You've got enough fighting you for 5 yins. I get off the beanbag, moving to plant a kiss on Red's cheek. Then I lean up as Bruce meets me halfway for a kiss on the lips. Yeah! Party! Happy Pride Month, everyone! I love this! Oh, I love this! A happy ending for everyone! You taste different. Were you two smooching it up in here? Yep, you missed out big time. I roll my eyes. Guess the teasing is something I'll have to come to live with. Not that I mind entirely. I knew what I was getting into. After everything calmed down, I approached Bruce with the idea of the three of us getting together. He was scared. I was too, frankly. Kept going on and on about how he didn't want to hurt me, or how he wouldn't deserve it after how he treated me. But we both understood that after everything we went through, we trust each other, and that we deserve to be happy. And Redline was over the moon. He had feelings for both of us, but wasn't sure how to navigate it. It felt so good finally seeing him happy after so long. Bruce and I spent so long trying to perfect the double kiss technique. Red nearly exploded when we both planted one on his cheeks at the same time. And there's fan art of that if you can find it. Careful with him, Bruce. We don't want him breaking before the trip. Boo, you're no fun. You guys decide on where we're going? My grandpa's beach house. Ooh, not bad. You cleared to swim? No, but I've got floaties. Bruce grumbles and squeezes him tighter, forcing another squeak from the yin. And we can hang out on the shore. Attaboy. Drayden's making me keep you Attaboy. Drayden's making me keep you responsible, so no getting into trouble. Unless it's really cool or funny. That's the important part. You boys ready to get a move on? I'm all done for the month. My bag's up in Drayden's office. I need to stop there anyway. Gotta get my new fob. Bruce scoops his duffel bag up, slinging the strap over his shoulder while still carrying Red. You want to live too, Zan? I don't think there's much space. I can walk. Let's scoot then. I love this. We make our way down the hallway. I made sure to grab Red's cane before he locks the door up. So, how's coaching going? It's going. Not bad, huh? These guys are getting antsy without fights. I got them running laps way too often. Not in a bad way or nothing. Just good to help them get the energy out. Got them sparring a bit too, but I make sure to watch them close. And how are the new guys? Adjusting well. Turnover was rough for a bit, but we're making it. I'm glad people are behaving. I wasn't put on this earth to fire people. I don't know about that. You seem to have fun firing Theo. He giggles. Poor guy. Yeah, poor innocent little freak. He only tried to kill me twice. At least he went without throwing a tantrum. Cole had to get dragged out. Maybe they'll get to share a prison cell together. Aw, that'd be cute. Little roommates. Isn't firing people part of your job, though? No, that's what HR is for. But Theo was supposed to be my assistant, since I'm taking Grandpa's place and all. Hopefully not for long, though. Yeah, how's that hunt for a replacement going? It's going. I can't imagine it'll be easy to find someone that wants to own this place. Especially not after the grisly murder that happened to the last one. That would make a good ghost story. Maybe some kind of co-op situation. Is that even possible for a company this big? I love you, bud, but we have even less of an idea than you. Maybe I'll bug Ian or Vincent. My brothers know business better than I do. What would you do if you aren't running the place? Well, I can't fight, but I figured I'd try to do something else to help the fighters. Some kind of a fighter representative. Or Lycian or whatever. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I'd make sure the workers are getting everything they need to do their job right. If something comes up, they can come to me, and I can make their needs heard. Both Bruce and I flash a smile at each other. I'm so proud of him. Just want to do what I can. I don't know. I'm not even sure if I can just, make up a job like that. Yeah, you'll have to run it by the CEO. Fair point. Hopefully all the other changes are gonna go over well too. Well, from the sounds of it, the boxing league is looking pretty good. It is. I can't speak for the other guys, but I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm also enjoying not having to worry about wrestling with a man 3 times my weight. Fang announced an expansion to the current fighting league, so now we feature MMA and boxing matches. The new boxers and coaches have been nice so far. A few of the MMA guys transferred to boxing too, so there's definitely some interest. Hopefully the audience appreciates Fang casting a wider net. I'm gonna miss having you in class. Now who am I gonna demonstrate power bombs on? Hello, I'm right here. I'm about 90% certain those aren't legal in MMA, and about 99% certain Drainer would kill you for suggesting that, Red. I'd much rather give him a stern talking to, but I'm not afraid to use my claws if needed be. Drainer has popped his head out the door when we were walking towards. Moving inside, Bucky's there too, seated up on the bed. As soon as we get in, he hops off, and Bruce sets the yin down in his place. Claws aren't allowed in MMA either. Doctor's overs. No getting power dunked or whatever Bruce was trying to do. Powerbomb. We're still working on the lingo. When's your debut gonna be, Doc? Whenever I have the need for a concussion, exercising with Bucky is hard enough. I dropped in a seat, and Bruce leans against the wall. Drainen asks Red some questions about his leg. So the training with the boyfriend's going well, huh? Drainen and I are just doing some conditioning, jogging, some weightlifting, nothing too crazy like what I did with you guys. Unfair treatment, if you ask me. No kidding. You should make him wrestle with me. That'll get him up to speed. We're working on getting him to throw a punch. Drainen shoots him a playful glare as he checks Redline's eye. The guy's giving you any trouble, Coach Bruce? Nah, nothing I can't handle. I love that Bruce became a coach, like he hinted in earlier. Well, if they do, I'm right next door. I lean back and listen as my friends chatter. It's nice. I don't have the threat of losing my life looming over my head. I'm finally able to relax. Red and Drainen seem wrapped up, and they both turn to us. All done here. You boys are heading out right now, right? Yes, sir. Just grabbing our bags. We're heading up to my grandpa's beach house for a few weeks. Ooh, sounds fun. There's plenty of rooms. Are you guys sure you don't want to join us? They both smile. That's sweet of you to offer, but we think you 3 deserve a break. Besides, We got plenty of work to do down here. I've got a union meeting in a week, and I think the doctors have one the week after. Yep, plenty to take care of while you're away. I'm glad we'll be able to get some alone time then. And hopefully so will Bucky and Drayden. Are you sure you're okay staying with the company? What, you saying I should retire? You think I'm old, Zan? He grabs my hand and wiggles me around. No, I just figured there'd be bad blood between you and the guards. Yeah, you did kind of beat the shit out of them. I wish I got to watch. Nah, it's all right under the bridge. After I put one of them out, the other one backed off. Your coach has still got it. Bucky flexes a bicep and pats it. Drayden blushes and clears his throat. But I think it's more than that too. You struck a chord with us, Zander, the day we had that talk. It's partly our responsibility to help make this place better. Vane can't continue to grow into a positive space if we aren't here to help foster that kind of attitude. So we both agreed we'd be staying with the company to help accomplish that. Bucky wraps an arm around Drayden and pulls him into a kiss on the cheek. Sounds like hard work. You've never been one to shy away from working hard before. I'm glad you're sticking around, though. Makes the transition a lot easier. Of course, Red. Drayden smiles. We'll always be here to help. Three of us say our goodbyes to Drayden and Bucky, gather our bags, and head to the elevator. It's weird not needing a staff member to give us access to the door that leads outside. Well, okay, Red and Bruce are staff, technically, but I'm used to having Bucky here with me. There's no attendant inside either. I guess they have time off until fights are back on the table. The doors close, and the elevator kicks to life. I love that group shot of them. Oh shit, did either of you two get lunch? I was actually planning on grabbing something from the cafe. Nah, we could grab food on the way to the airport. What are you feeling? Anything's good for me. I'd go for a burger. Sounds good. And then Zander gets to pick on the way to the beach. Well, we'll get burgers again then. No way! There's this nice seafood place just up the coast. You're the man, Zan. Can't have 2 burgers in one day. Oh, I totally forgot. My dad keeps this huge DVD collection in the beach house. Maybe we could have a little marathon some night. Maybe stretch our legs with a nice walk, too. I'm just excited to get outside again. Just as long as you two don't get into any trouble once we're out of there. You think you can control me, big guy? And they start bickering. Music to my ears. Whatever happens, wherever life takes us, I want to spend it with them at my side. The elevator stops. The doors open. I feel the sun. I see the light of day. And I understand now that it was worth it. Everything that's led to this moment, I would do whatever it takes to feel this again. No matter how often I get knocked down, I'll keep getting back up. For myself, for Red and Bruce, for those close to me. I'm going to keep living for them. For us. And that is the end of Undefeated. God, I love this story so much. Thank you for reading Undefeated. I'd like to take time to highlight the wonderful people that made this project possible. I highly recommend reaching out to work with any artist and musician listed here. A full list can also be found on the main menu under credits. And you know what? This feels kind of weird for me to read out loud since I didn't work at all on this novel. I just voiced it. So I'm gonna click on auto and let this scroll through while I share my thoughts on Undefeated. Yeah, just like they suggested. So, yeah, that's Undefeated. Yeah, this visual novel, let's just say, if I was younger, I would have never had the stomach or the stomach to read through this. But that's hot. But being but now with who I am and my view on things, I can actually sit down and really enjoy a sports drama like this. Like, it's gritty, it's raw, it tackles serious issues so well, and I love that kind of storytelling. I I I really like lighthearted moments, some funny stuff, but I feel like that isn't the kind of story that I would be good at telling, because that would be compelled to doing silly voices and cracking jokes, and I'm not a fan of doing that. I like giving a story the respect it deserves, and going all with my voice acting when I tell the story to others. And Undefeated was definitely the kind of story where I was in my comfort zone, the kind of story that I love telling and voicing. Like, I actually did some vocal training between streams, and I fiddled with my audio settings a lot to make sure that everything sounded good. That's that other screen of person Zander I like. And I really hope that all my voice acting was up to your satisfaction. I really enjoyed reading this visual novel aloud. Yeah. As for the story, man, it's amazing. I want to praise Leo, the writer of this visual novel, for doing what he did. And of course, everyone else that worked on the visual novel earns praise. Man, just, I love the writing. I love the characters and how they develop. And the villains of the story, they were pieces of shit. And I like that. That they were low. And Cole and the Commissioner deserve the retribution they got. Bruce, I've said it a lot of times, Bruce is my favorite character. I love him. At first, I was not a fan of him being, you know, the asshole champion who thinks he's better than everyone. Like, that's what he was at first. But then... I appreciate the censorship. But then, as we got through the story, and we got to see more of Bruce, he got to open up. He got to show who he really is. A tender, gentle giant with a heart of gold. And those are the kind of characters that I just love. It's why I love Ulrich from Winds of Change so much, and which is why I love Bruce so much. And that's why he's in a spot on the wall of my all-time favorite characters. Right in the middle. And... You're welcome, Sharkbait. I'm glad you enjoyed. Martin! Thank you for all the awesome music you composed. I watched him stream with Leo before, and he's pretty chill. Anyway, Zander, I like seeing through the story through Zander's eyes. Like the first person telling, it's very well done. And hearing Zander's thoughts, the contrast between his inner thoughts and his speaking voice, like, I liked it. Oh, Bruce. Oh. Thank you, Zero Mo. Anyway, yeah, Zander, I feel like I could have done better voicing Zander, more consistent. My range is a lot more consistent with Redline, and I wish I could have been more consistent with Zander, but I hope there were moments that I did a good job. I feel like I'm best voicing Zander when I'm angry. Not yelling angry, but just angry. Bruce, he was a challenge to voice because my voice cannot handle a lower pitch. But I think with the vocal training I did, I was able to keep it more consistent this stream. And maybe I'll keep it consistent for future streams where I voice a deep voice character like Bruce. Anyway, Drayden and Bucky, the best dads ever. Like, I'm so glad that they were the parental figures for Bruce, Zander, and Redline. Like, I really like them too. Oh, and of course I really like Redline too. He was the easiest character for me to voice, and at least I think so. Yeah, I will support Undefeated and all the people that worked on this visual novel after how this story blew my expectations. It was phenomenal. So, thank you for writing this story, and thank you for inspiring me to continue my dream of being a writer. Yes, I will definitely support you. Thank you for reading Undefeated. Yeah, I wonder if there's any more for me to say. I love the music. I love the art direction. I love the pacing of the story. Uh, yeah, I just love it. 10 out of 10 visual novel. You know, there's another thing I should have brought up earlier, but I think the most challenging thing about me reading a lot out of this was actually cussing on stream. Like, I never liked cussing growing up, but I guess so. I guess as I got older, I'm not as opposed to it. Like, in a way, it's some kind of release when you're feeling angry, and no, let me start that over. It was hard for me to actually swear on camera because I don't like swearing, but after this, I think it would be easier for me to swear in the future. If I'm reading aloud dialogue or anything, I'll still censor certain stuff, but yeah, maybe I'll do another visual novel in the future. I I like the idea, but I'm really picky about what kind of visual novel I would read aloud on stream. Like, I don't want to do anything that shows nudity or sex. So that's pretty much the only thing that would not make me want to read a visual novel. I want to love the characters. I want to enjoy the writing. Like, story and characters. That's what's most important to me in a visual novel. Uh if I click, it'll probably play the main menu theme, and I have a I have a different song in mind that I want to play while I end the stream. Give me a minute. Yeah, this song. Alright everyone, that's that. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed, follow the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss future streams. Now, I'm not sure what I want to stream after this. I'll still do Fortnite Friday. That's something you'll likely see. I have Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, but probably everyone is streaming that right now. I think I'll wait until the hype of Paper Mario dies down before I stream it. So, actually, this July, there was a game in mind that I want to get and stream. And I guess I'll say it now. To give people something to look forward to. I want to stream Persona 3 Reload. I want to get that game, and I want to stream it. I think that would be really cool. Like how I used to stream Persona 5. But for now, though, I'm gonna go back to focusing on my writing, like I've been. Anyway, let's raid to someone. Give me a minute. Alright, well... Oh, he might be done streaming soon. Honestly, I don't see anyone I would want on to raid. Oh well, I guess I'll end the stream here. I'll get to work on uploading this archive to YouTube, and then the entirety of Undefeated will be on my channel for anyone that missed it and wants to watch it. So, thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you have a good rest of your day. And I hope everyone had a happy Pride Month. I guess I'll take the time to say I'm proud that I like guys too. And I'm happy with who I am. Alright, I'll see you next time. Bye.